right, everyone, welcome back. Today, we're shaking things up a bit for our deep dive.
Interesting. What you got for us?
Well, we're taking inspiration from this YouTube video I stumbled across called 10 Crazy People in 10 Minutes.
Okay, crazy's a strong word, though. I'm intrigued. Where'd you find this?
Oh, it's from this channel called Nas Daily's Best Videos. They do these really short, really engaging videos about all sorts of people and places, from around the world and everything.
I'd heard of them, yeah. They get right to the point.
Exactly. So don't let the title throw you off. It's not about, judging anyone.
More like celebrating the unique ways people live their lives.
Yeah, that's it. It got me thinking, what even is normal anyway, right?
Definitely something to think about.
So just to give you a taste, we've got a world champion beard grower.
Wow, really?
Yep. A guy who's obsessed with the number 7.
Like really obsessed.
Obsessed. And even someone who claims they own land on the moon.
All right, buckle like everyone. This is going to be wild.
It is. Okay, so first up, we're diving into the world of competitive beard growing.
I never even knew that was a thing.
Oh, yeah, it's serious business. This guy, MJ Johnson, went from clean-shaven to winning the world championship.
Hold on. World championship. There's enough competition for that.
I guess so. Must have taken years of dedication.
And probably a lifetime supply of beard oil.
Seriously. But it makes me wonder, what's the beard community like?
Yeah, good point. Are there beard conventions, secret handshakes?
I bet there's a whole world of, unspoken rules and techniques.
Probably some legendary beard gurus out there, too.
Right. It's so fascinating, and it makes you think, if someone can dedicate themselves to becoming a champion beard grower.
They could achieve pretty much anything with that kind of passion, right?
Exactly. That's the takeaway. Okay, next up, we're heading to India.
Lead the way.
We're going to meet this guy. We'll call him 7.
7.
His whole life revolves around the number 7. I'm not kidding.
All right, lay it on me.
His name is 7. He only wears red and white.
Okay, I see where this is going.
And everything he owns, everything, is themed around the number 7.
Wow, that's a commitment. I'm curious, psychologically, what's behind something like that?
Yeah, it's a bit mind-boggling. Could it be, a need for order?
Maybe like a way of controlling his environment. Creating his own little world with its own rules.
Yeah, or maybe it's a form of self-expression.
Right. This is his way of standing out, being unique. It makes you think about how we express ourselves.
Totally. Do our clothes reflect who we are? What about the music we listen to?
Even the way we decorate our homes. Everything's a choice.
It shows that what might seem strange to one person
could be completely normal to another.
Exactly. Okay, get ready for this, because now we're going to the Republic of Molossia.
Republic of a what?
Molossia. It's a self-declared country inside the United States.
Whoa, 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 slow down. They have their own, government and everything.
Yeah, president, currency. They even have their own time zone.
Hold on, seriously.
39 minutes ahead of Pacific time, to be exact.
I admire the creativity. What drives someone to create their own country, though?
Good question. Is it a yearning for autonomy?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be a social experiment, or even just a way to have fun,
Right. What if more people started doing this?
Imagine a whole world of mini nations.
What would your country be like? I'm curious.
Let me think about that one.
Okay, next up, we're traveling to Italy to meet King Tonino.
King. Like royalty.
Yep, but not your typical king. No crown or palace for this guy.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme here.
He runs a restaurant.
A king running a restaurant. Interesting.
Yep, and tends his garden.
What about, royal duties and all that?
Well, his lineage is actually recognized by the Queen of England.
Whoa, really?
So he might not have the fancy stuff, but his claim is legit.
That's a twist. It really makes you think about what makes a leader, doesn't it?
Right. Does it require a crown?
Oh, a palace.
Or can it be about serving your community in a different way?
Great question. Food for thought, literally.
Exactly. All right. Prepare for a major change of scenery, because now we're going to the jungles of Hong Kong.
Jungles?
To meet a guy named Jason. He's been living off-grid in the jungle for over 20 years.
Wow, that's hardcore, completely off-grid.
Building his own eco-friendly homes, growing his own food.
Living the Tarzan life, huh?
Pretty much. It's like a real-life survival story.
I can see why some people are drawn to that.
Right. Disconnecting from the modern world, getting back to nature. Could you do it, though?
I don't know. Maybe. There's definitely an appeal to self-sufficiency.
Totally. Okay, next, we're diving into the world of neurodiversity.
Always an important topic.
We meet John, who has autism, and he has this incredible ability. He can recite text backwards.
Wait, backwards, like flawlessly.
Perfectly. It's mind-blowing.
That's amazing. It shows you the incredible diversity of the human brain, you know?
Absolutely.
Uh,
And it makes you wonder what other amazing talents are out there.
Right. Hidden potential just waiting to be discovered.
It's a powerful reminder that we should never underestimate anyone.
Totally agree.
Now get ready for a change of pace. We're going to the Arabian desert.
Oh, wow. What's in the desert?
We're going to meet Ushi, a German woman who left her whole life behind to live with 30 camels.
Wait, 30 camels? Like, she just decided to live with camels?
Yep. Left Germany, everything she knew, to live in the desert.
That's a serious life change.
Eh,
Makes you think about what really matters, you know?
I know, right? Like, what was she looking for? What was missing?
Maybe it was that search for something authentic, something deeper.
Yeah, like a spiritual journey or something.
Could be. Or a way to reconnect with nature, escape the noise of the world.
I get that. So do you think everyone has that, like, one true calling?
It's hard to say. It's more like a journey, right? Exploring different paths, figuring things out as you go.
That makes sense. Okay, this next one's a bit out there.
Okay, hit me.
This guy, Chris, he says he owns a big chunk of the moon.
Hold on. Owns the moon. Like, legally.
That's what he claims. Found some loophole in a space treaty from way back.
1967, I think. The Outer Space Treaty. Talk about a gray area.
Right. And now he's selling plots of land on his website.
Wow. It really raises some questions, though, doesn't it?
Like what?
Well, what happens as space travel gets more accessible? Do the old rules still apply?
That's a good point. And it's not just the legal stuff, right?
Definitely not. It's ethical, too. Like,
Huh?
who has the right to claim a celestial body?
Exactly. It's almost philosophical. All right, let's come back down to Earth for a
Let's get
bit.
it going.
This next story is about a guy named Steven, the world record holder for Wikipedia edits.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Like the most edits ever.
Over 3 million.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
But it also speaks to the power of Wikipedia, right?
Totally. All that knowledge available to anyone, it's incredible.
And it's thanks to people like Steven, these unsung heroes of information.
It really makes you appreciate the effort behind it all.
Right? Like every time we look something up, we're benefiting from their work.
That's true. Okay, last one, we're going to China.
All right, what do we got?
We meet this 8-year-old girl who herds goats while she goes to school.
Wow, that's impressive. Talk about multitasking.
Right. She's learning in the classroom and out in the world.
A real well-rounded education. It challenges our idea of what learning looks like.
I know, right? Like, it doesn't have to be just textbooks and tests.
Exactly. Sometimes the best lessons come from experiencing life firsthand.
Totally agree. Wow, we've covered a lot today, haven't we?
We have. From beard champs to moon owners. It's been a ride.
So, out of all these stories, what really stuck with you?
You know, Ushi's story, the woman who went to live with camels, it really got to me.
Yeah. What about it?
I think it's that whole idea of finding what truly makes you happy. Like, even if it means making a radical change.
It's inspiring, right?
Right.
But also kind of scary to think about.
Absolutely. It takes courage to step outside your comfort zone like that.
And to really listen to your heart.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. Figuring out what you want and going for it.
I like that. What about you? Any other stories that resonated with you?
Well, MJ Johnson, the beard champion, he reminded me of the importance of setting goals.
Yeah, even if they seem a little out there at first.
Right. Like he had this vision and he stuck with it. Dedication makes a difference.
It does. And thinking about different ways of thinking.
John, the guy who recites text backwards.
Yeah. It's so cool how he turned what some might see as a limitation into a strength.
It shows how diverse our minds can be.
And that we should celebrate those differences, you know?
Absolutely. Everyone has something unique to offer.
I love that. Now, the Republic of Molossia, it's a bit quirky, but
There's something there, right?
yeah, like that desire to create your own world, your own rules, even if it's just on a small scale.
It speaks to our need for autonomy, self-expression.
Exactly. And then there's King Tunino, redefining what it means to be a leader.
Right. Serving your community in a different way.
It's not always about power or titles.
It's about making a positive impact.
Totally. And Jason, the Jumble guy,
Yeah.
it's like he's tapped into something primal.
That connection to nature. It's powerful.
It makes you wonder, what would it be like to strip away all the distractions?
To live more simply, more intentionally.
Right. It's a good question to ask ourselves.
Definitely. Now, the moon owner, whether or not his claim holds up,
It definitely brings up some big questions.
about the future of space exploration, the ethics of it all.
We're entering a whole new era, and we need to be prepared.
Exactly. Thinking ahead is crucial. Now, Steven, the Wikipedia editor,
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of a quiet hero.
I know, right? The power of collaboration, sharing knowledge, it's amazing.
It reminds us that we can all contribute in our own ways.
And that little girl in China balancing school and herding goats.
She's a rock star.
She is. Shows us that learning can happen anywhere, anytime.
That's a great lesson.
So what do you think ties all these stories together? What's the common thread?
I'd say it's that willingness to challenge what's considered normal, to create your own path.
They're not afraid to be different, to stand out,
They're pushing boundaries, questioning assumptions.
and inspiring us to do the same.
Right, definitely. It's a reminder that there's no one right way to live.
It's about finding what works for you and going for it.
Exactly. These 10 individuals, they show us the power of individuality, of human potential,
It's pretty amazing. What a great reminder to embrace the unconventional.
and to never stop exploring the world and ourselves.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, before we wrap up, it's like they're showing us that being different isn't a bad thing, you know?
Yeah, it's like they're redefining what it means to be successful, to live a good life
Yeah.
on their own terms.
Exactly. And it's not just about these 10 people, right? They're just like a glimpse into...
A whole world of unconventional people out there doing their thing.
It's exciting to think about, you know?
Totally. All those stories waiting to be heard. It makes you realize how much we don't know, how much there is to discover.
It's like a reminder to keep an open mind.
Always. Never stop being curious.
Exactly. So as we wrap up today, I
Yeah.
want to ask you a question.
Okay, shoot.
What's that one thing, that unconventional thing you've always wanted to do?
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know, that passion you've been putting off, or that dream you're a little afraid to chase?
Yeah, we all have one of those, I think.
Maybe it's time to, like, dust off that old guitar, or finally take that trip to, I don't know, the Amazon.
Or learn to knit. Whatever it is, just go for it.
Exactly. Don't let anything hold you back.
Embrace what makes you unique. Follow your heart.
Who knows? You might discover something amazing.
Just like the people we've talked about today.
Well said. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. It's been a wild ride.
It has. Thanks for having me.
And to everyone listening, until next time, keep exploring.